Hello, I'm live. That's what it said. So it's been a while since I've been live in this group. So I thought I'd take a chance and come in here and say hello to all of you. I notice most of you don't say anything, so I don't know what you want. So I'm just going to assume that all your businesses are thriving or is coming back online. I know we were all on lockdown for some time, but I want to hear from you because most people are frustrated with the way that the economy was locked down for about a couple months. What I do, I'm an accountant by nature. I like to count things and I like to monitor stuff. I like to monitor numbers. All of you are in the group here. You can chat with me privately with your issues, and I can see where I can help you or support you. As far as the accounting goes, you want to make sure that you stay focused. You need to put together a strategy of your comeback plan. I did something like this on my Facebook page the other day. It's called Pivot. If you can look it up on YouTube, just put Juliana Kennedy CPA and you'll be able to find what I mean by pivot. If you have to pivot, it's okay. As entrepreneurs, you have the strength to be able to pivot your business or find some ways to survive. The answer is not running to go get a 9-to-5 job. You can do this as entrepreneurs. You have the capacity. Whoever is joining me, just so you know, StreamYard won't let me see the comments, so I'm not sure. But if you have any questions, you can just type it in and I can come back and answer it for you, or hopefully it will tell me here. So I'm going to try something here if it will let me, if I say show, so probably it might show me, I'm not sure. So what I want you to do is you want to make sure that you stay focused. Do not waver, okay? Don't get shaky. If you need to get funding, seek funding to help you survive your business. A lot of you were asking about the PPP. Some of you got the PPP, some of you didn't. If you didn't get it, don't lose hope. You can also talk to your bankers. They have some really nice offers available. Even with the SBA, I'm hearing that they also have favorable loan terms. And if you got the PPP, the question now is, do you apply to get it forgiven? Now, I'm on the fence on this one because the last guidance we got from the IRS was that if they forgive you, the portion that is forgiven, they will not allow you that same amount of your payroll expenses or the rent or whatever was forgiven. They will not allow you to deduct that for taxes. Now, my tax brain went to work right away, because what that means is that if you are not allowed to deduct, say, 20,000 of payroll expenses, automatically in my head, your taxable income goes up by that 20,000. That means that they've automatically made you pay more in taxes just because you took that PPP loan. My solution in my mind is that offer to pay it back so that it will be treated as a liability, like a loan payable. Okay. And the interest is 1%. So with that 1%, and if you can pay 1% interest and get the full deduction of your payroll expenses, even if your tax bracket is 10%, you are up by 9%. And that's not the end of it. That interest that you will be paying on that PPP loan, if you choose to make it a loan payable, you can also deduct that. So in a sense, you will get a better treatment if you opt to pay back that PPP loan. As of now, June 6, 2020, that's what I'm saying. That's the strategy. Unless the IRS come back and change their mind and maybe make you able to deduct the full wages. If Congress acts and change that law, that they will allow you to get the PPP forgiven and also write off the payroll. I may change my tune if that happens, but until then, I say offer to pay it back. And even yesterday or the day before, I saw that Congress has modified that where you can pay it over a 5 year instead of the 2 year. I think it's still waiting for the president to sign into law or something that sort. So keep up with it. If you go to the SBA website or the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, they have all that information that you can read for yourself. I like to empower people to read things for themselves. I don't believe in preaching. So I think all of you can read and you can understand as business owners. So my advice to you is stay on top of it if you got the PPP. And also talk to your accountants. Okay? Talk to your accountants. Sorry, allergies. Talk to your accountants. Don't be strangers with your accountants. You need to be putting numbers together and see. You can do a what if scenario in an Excel file. And so, okay, if my tax bracket is 10%, and if I'm not allowed to deduct this, then you will see right away that your taxable income is going to jump if you're not allowed to deduct that. So my advice is work with your accountants and get all this resolved in terms of the tax numbers, because most people are eager to get this thing forgiven. And trust me, if they forgive you, say 100,000, because the average person's payroll, the whole payroll for the whole company could be 100,000, could be 200,000. If that is off, and then your tax bracket is 20%, you're looking at 20% of 200,000. That's a good chunk of change for you not to opt to pay that loan back. And so work out the numbers, please, and make sure you make the right decision. As always, I encourage you to get professional advice. Most of us charge a price that pales in comparison to what the disadvantage of being denied that whole payroll deduction. So you need to consult a professional in your area. If you are in wherever you are in the US, I can help you. Canada, most of you I can. Outside of the US, if there was any sort of economic stimulus to the businesses, you need to consult a professional in that country. Always work with professionals. I would never try to do my own legal paperwork. No way, I wouldn't do it. So I say consult with professionals. And the other thing is that all the monies that you pay to professionals, as long as they are the right ones and they have the legal right to work in the country, or they have all the proper business structure, make sure you get a receipt. Make sure you know that they are allowed to charge you that money. And then the 1099 comes in. If they are not LLC or corporation, you need to make sure that you give them a W-9 if you're in the United States, to make sure that they are qualified to service you, and also they're qualified to get the money. Because if you pay anybody over $600 in a year, not just 1 month, in a year, you have to give them 1099. Now more than ever, you want to stay on top of that, because people will not give you 1099 after they receive the money. In January, you'll be chasing them and they will not talk to you. So before you pay anybody any money, please make sure you get that W-9 from anyone. Okay, so that is the other one. So I went from focusing, and I went from talking to people, and also doing the PPP alone. All right. So the other thing is that I want you to stay positive, because you know what? All this hoopla that's going on, it's all going to pass. This too shall pass. No matter what the economic condition is, it will pass. All right. So you need to keep focused. And one of the best way to do that is keep yourself busy, and also hang around people who are positive, who see better things ahead. Negativity does not do anything for you. Negativity does not build mansions. Negativity does not build businesses. Negativity does not have positive children. Okay, so try to stay positive. And on top of that, try to surround yourself with good energy people, good positive people. Eat well. And like I'm sort of a rabbit, I do my carrot today, like a whole bag, the little tiny bags, not the huge 2 pounder, but 1 pounder. Make sure that you are healthy, because you know what? The business is going to thrive and you want to be there to enjoy it. So stay healthy, surround yourself with good people, do some comedy show reruns, watch it on YouTube, and have fun. Okay, you need to have fun on your job. If you don't like it, then maybe you need to change. But I'm not saying jump off and change it, but maybe start something that makes you fun. So if you are in a 9 to 5 and you're stressing, find something that you love to do that you can, enjoy on a part-time basis after you leave the 9 to 5, because you do need the 9 to 5 to pay your jobs, your bills. So I'm not saying jump off of it and then go get something else, but please make sure you have fun on your job or your business for that matter. Okay. So the other thing is that I want you to seek help if you need help. Being the accounting or the accounting software, if you don't know it, you can take training on it. I have the QuickBooks recorded on my Teachable website. You can learn at your own pace. If it's Xero you want, you can find out how to use it. I support that as well. I support FreshBooks, QuickBooks. There's something called Cashew. It's kind of interesting. I support that as well. There's Sage 100, there's Sage Cloud. There's so many of them out there that there's no need to stress. There is no need to be punching numbers in Excel and stressing yourself out, because you know what? The little money that you pay to those software companies, it will allow you to connect all your bank account, put it even on autopilot. I say you can have an autopilot bookkeeper, and that I mean by you can put and I show you how to do that in my courses and stuff. So don't stress out. Get organized. Get organized with your numbers, because if you don't know your numbers, you're stressing. But why are you stressing about something you don't know? You know what I mean? Don't stress about something you don't know. Get connected. Get the right help. If it's legal help you need, seek legal help. It is a tax write-off. The expense to the lawyer, it is a tax write-off. Okay? Accountants, yes, we are tax write-off too. Just make sure that you get a W-9 from that person to make sure they are allowed to charge you the money that you pay them. And before you pay anybody, a VA, anyone, you have to make sure that you can write them off before you spend the money. And the other thing is that you want to stay on top of your money. Stay on top of your cash flow, because trust me, cash flow is king, and I say cash flow management is the empress. Because if you don't manage your money properly, trust me, they're going to be leaking all over the place. You're going to be losing money and you don't know why. And you don't be jumping off the cliff to buy courses or buy the next program or something that somebody just started, and they are doing a beta thing, and you jump in, and before you know it, you're whipping out the credit card and spending $2,000-$3,000 on a course that you may never even go back to do because you're too busy with your business. I say do the 72-hour rule. This is just my own thinking. If somebody offers you a course, tell them I have to think about it. Okay? If you think about it and it keeps coming in your head for 72 hours, you have to come up with all the reasons why you need this course before you whip out the credit card to buy it. Or better yet, budget for it. And most of you hate the word budget, so I'm going to use something I call spending plan. Have a spending plan, have a strategy on how to do all this. And so I say all this to say, I want you to stay focused, super, super focused Okay, in summary, stay focused on your numbers, stay focused on your business, stay focused on how you are bringing in money, how you're generating more income. You want to stay focused on that. Okay. Second, surround yourself with positive people, positive energy. Also, eat healthy. Take care of your health because you have to be there to enjoy it. At the end of the rainbow, you have to be there to enjoy all your fruits and labor. And also, the other thing is that you want to make sure that you know all your numbers. You know where all your money is coming from. You know where all your money is going. So I want to make it short, but I think I went over my 10 minutes limit that I was thinking. It's about 15 minutes. So I do hope that you got a few things from this. And if you have any questions, please, you can post them in the group, or you can also message me privately, because I know finances is a private affair. So if you don't want people knowing your issues, message me privately and I'll do my best to address your issue. If I cannot, maybe I'll hop on a 20-minute complimentary call with you so I can see where I can sort it out for you. So until then, I wish you all the best. I want all of you to succeed, and feel free to post in a group. Whatever you are promoting, put it in a group. There are no restrictions. Okay, I just want you to all be positive. It has to be positive. If it's not, it will be taken down, because I am all about positivity. It has to be positive. So as long as it's positive and it's empowering, feel free to promote yourself, whatever you're doing. I don't have any day that you feel that you want to post in the group, feel free to do so. So we are all here as a team entrepreneur. We are here to help each other, to grow and to expand, and then crush that business failure percentage. I don't even talk about the F word, the failure word. I want to have 100% business success. So help me, help you, help everyone to succeed. Okay, so until then, all the best. Love you all always. Mwah.